I have to assistant counsel.
I'm sorry, who do we have here? Is this Mr. Griffin?
Anthony. Not I asked for assistant counsel.
That's right. We'll go on the record in the state of Wisconsin versus Anthony Griffin Jr., case number 25CF939. To begin the appearances, please.
Assistant District Attorney Jack Schneider for the state of Wisconsin.
And you're Mr. Griffin, is that correct?
No, all statements for the record comes now the living man and the Griffin family.
All right, so Mr. Griffin,
Appearing
wait, you need to stop talking. Is
I'm
Mr. Griffin hearing today?
Yeah.
Are you Mr. Griffin or not?
I am Anthony of the Griffin family.
Are you the Anthony Griffin that is charged? Stop a second here.
You asked me a question, I'm answering it.
Okay, I don't want you to answer it anymore. I want a yes or no answer to a question. Okay, and the question is, and I have to get the case back in front of me. I'm sorry, but bear with me. Lost my calendar. I have a simple question for you.
25CF939.
Are you Anthony Griffin with a date of birth of August 20th, 1985?
I am not the big entity Anthony Griffin. I am the executive of the estate. I do not agree to be.
All right. Well, we'll have to set this over and hold you in custody then until we can have a later.
I will hearing, as I have been held for 72 hours without seeing the judge. That is unlawful.
But you're not Anthony
So
Griffin.
you are agreeing to violate my common law rights. Is that what you're saying?
I'm asking you to. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to find probable cause that this is Mr. Griffin. That is acting in an obstructing way, but we'll go ahead. Do you have a copy of the complaint there in front of you?
I object because you're obstructing my justice.
Your objection is noted. If you keep talking over me, we're going to cancel this.
Talking over me. I just want to state the facts. Do you not want the facts to be stated on the case? Am I not allowed?
You're not allowed. No, you're not allowed to talk about it.
Attorney. I am not.
Okay, let's hold him in custody or canceling this hearing. You're going to have to.
That's okay.
You're not willing to cooperate. Make a record
that you're violating my rights.
Note that he refused to cooperate so that the initial hearing could be conducted. 25CF939 appearances.
ADA Security Marco for the state.
Understand where the Black Defendant's Office refers to Mr. Griffin has indicated that he wants to take care of his own case.
Right. Is that right, Mr. Griffin?
I'm not Mr. Griffin. I'm Anthony of the Griffin. I have the power of attorney for him. I do have a question for the court. Will I be allowed to speak freely or will my civil rights be granted over?
Oh, you're going to make a statement on bail, but we're going to do this in an orderly fashion. But you're indicating that you're not Mr. Griffin. That's just not how you identify yourself.
It's not about me identifying myself. About all caps. I actually have a name for this fully created entity. This is not me. I also do not read this address. I'm also not a black man. I am from Florida. Also, a lot of things on here totally wrong, not at all. My weight is not 240 pounds. All this information is false. But as for the record, all statements for the record comes now the living man and the other family. Ensuring there is appropriate son status, appearing especially to continue to arrest for. I'm not to be mistaken with the all caps estate as I am the occupant of the executive office and also the sole beneficiary of the state. I filed my power of attorney with the court and I'm ready to proceed. Let the record show that I do not agree to be assured for the dead entity as it was created from the state and was given to me and is not a representation of me. I am not one who owes debt to the United States or to the state of Wisconsin. Further, I'm not a flight risk. The only reason I was supported would be the failure of the court to notify me of said date. Furthermore, upon being detained, I made it very clear to Officer Gilson that I wanted my rights registered. Officer Gilson first refused after we asked him twice more than he read me my rights. After Officer Gilson read me my rights, I made it very clear to him that I wanted my attorney present with the sheriff. Officer Gilson then replied, "They won't come." I made it very clear to him that he continued to talk to me without my attorney present and the sheriff present. It would be a violation of my civil rights and my constitutional rights. He ignored these facts and continued to be arrested as a violation of my law and the rights and the protocol that he agreed to follow as an officer. I was pulled over while traveling in a private automobile. The plates read, DOT exempt, do not detain private travel. I made it very clear to him that he does not have jurisdiction to enforce it. I was never properly identified as a suspect. My fingerprints were taken under direct arrest of forgery after I told them I did not want my fingerprints or people taken until I have a court order from the judge. I do not argue with any of the facts in this charge against me. This is not me taking a plea. This is accepted for value and returned for value. All the charges in this case, and use my exemption for discharge and set off release the order to me immediately.
Okay. Well, I think there's at least a reasonable inference on the record that the person known as Anthony Griffin is the same individual in front of me. When they call Anthony Griffin's case, he came out of the holding cell. I don't know why he would do that if he's not. I gave you an opportunity to speak. I'm speaking now.
I object.
You can object. There's no basis for it. I'm looking at the court records. Please don't interrupt. I'm looking at the jail records.
The Trust Act of 1666 says that when somebody claims their estate, you are to relinquish all of the things to them.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
I've never
okay.
heard
That
that.
that also means that this
You
is not
can file your written motions.
not a competent court with jurisdiction, and I challenge jurisdiction under Federal Rule of Procedure 5.1.
It's denied. The booking photo and the filming records match this particular individual. I'll find a probable cause.
Can be awarded over
And where would you like us to send mail, sir?
You already have mail. I'll tell you on file. It's P.O. Box, Forest, Wisconsin.
Okay,
53532.
thank you.
And I have a right to be
What's the state's position on bail?
Thank you, Your Honor. In this case, the state is asking the court to impose $1,000 per bail with the condition that the defendant be prohibited from possessing any dangerous weapons as defined by the constructed statutes. It's my understanding that the defendant posted $5,000 cash on the current pending felony case and then failed to appear in court. He is alleged to have refused to identify himself and has committed additional crimes while out on cash bail, which is, as we know, a general violation of bond movement.
I object.
It's our position that
Let her finish. We can't have this hearing. We are talking over people. We're trying to record it. What's the basis for the objection?
The basis for the objection is the fact that she has no basis of knowing who I am. I don't know who she is.
All right.
She's not even
The objection's overruled. I ruled it, Mr. Griffin. Let her finish.
As far as that failure to appear, Your Honor, it looks like a defense warrant for a body only hold was issued on January 27th of this year in pending case 24 CF 907. That warrant was not served until almost 3 months later on the 17th of April this year.
So, Your Honor, they're sure not that when somebody has a court date that they have to be served a court date so they know they're safe? Or is it okay to actually set a court date without notifying the defendant or the accused and then locking them up for the warrant?
All right, and I gather you're alleging that Judge Highland did not send notice to you.
No, there's no certified anything there. There's no documented proof of service of anything of that date. I went to every previous court date and I don't see a court date. He didn't show up for the last 3 court dates prior to that, and I actually put in a motion for failure to prosecute. Yet they still moved forward as if nothing was placed in and no one came to court except for me and the prosecutor and the judge was hiding in the back or whatever the case may be. I filed an abatement just to let them know I'm not the person who they're looking for, but yet I keep getting trampled over in court. My rights keep trampled over in court. We have this person standing to the left of me who knows me not at all, and yet I would like her to take the stand and talk about how she knows me personally. You cannot be a benefit here.
Well, we're not going to be
She's
doing
acting
any of
as
that.
the same, and she is not the same. I know her not. So I don't understand what's going on.
All right. Well, it looks like they mailed notice to the address that you had on file at the time.
So
But
clearly
you're going to have
I-
to take that up with Judge Highland. That case is not before me. Looks like he's issued a body only warrant. You can't get released on that until you have a hearing with Judge Highland in that case. case. I think given the history,
it was clear that-
$1,000 cash bail is necessary. I will accept that.
I object. It's clear that
And that's
your
fine.
rights have been violated, you're still moving forward. This is called an obstruction of justice.
Don't
Let
think
the
that
record
your
show
rights
that
have been
you
violated.
know everything that I've said.
It's all being recorded, Mr. Griffin.
Dramatic.
You would have the right to a preliminary hearing in 10 days. Do you want that scheduled?
I don't wanna see it in jail any longer.
Okay, well, You're gonna have to get a
it.
hearing in front of Judge Highland on the other case. Right now, you're not allowed to post any cash bail to get released in that particular case. I don't have any authority to do anything with that.
So if you don't have authority, then
You're
you
gonna have to address
I object.
that
You don't
case
have
with him.
authority to actually set me a bail, you do not have authority over me. Matter of fact, Your Honor, are you responsible for me if something happens to me?
All right, and I'll also order that you don't use or possess dangerous weapons as it's defined by the state
Are you
statutes.
responsible for me?
And because I haven't heard a response, I don't believe we have a waiver. It's time limits to set a time.
Are you responsible for me if something happens?
And we are adjourned.
Okay, since you're not responsible for me if something happens to me, let the record show that you are not. You got it, right? I love it. Bad news, you can cover us.
Well, guys, we've come to the end of both of these proceedings. It ended up being 2 proceedings, because Mr. Anthony Griffin did not want to cooperate. And definitely what was said about him being arrogant and being unruly definitely was a fact, as we can see in that first appearance. I mean, the disrespect that he showed the defense attorney, the public defender, he just kind of shot him off. That was pretty disrespectful. But anyway, he kept trying to talk over the judge in the first proceeding, to the point where he didn't want to identify himself. He didn't want to cooperate. So the judge, passed the matter to a later date. We see with the second judge the same thing. He wants to go back and forth. He does say that the reason why he missed court is because Judge John Highland did not send him the proper notice on his, on them wanting him to appear in court. But the judge said that it was sent to the address he provided. But who knows? There's always something going on with the whole "I didn't get this" or "I mailed that" all as single quotes. So it's like, who knows? I don't want to say that he's lying, and I don't want to say that he's telling the truth. But nonetheless, he kept up, a lot of the unruly behavior. And he even said that, the prosecutor, I don't know her. She doesn't know me. I want her to get on the stand and tell me how she knows me. And my thing is this guy. He's willing to seem like it. It seems like he's willing to stay in jail just to get everything that he has to say on the record over something that seems to be pretty petty. Is it worth it? I don't think so. But to him, it is. And this is where we are. So he can't even bond out until he gets that other matter fixed before Judge Holland. So we will follow this case and hopefully be able to update you on it. But with that being said, guys, thank you. Thank you. Thank you always for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Talk to you soon. God bless.